You know, World War I, the Great War, was just so good that they decided to do it a second time, and I think most people figured that the Second World War was equally as good, so I figured, why not just do it again? Not World War III, World War II, Part 2. That's right, today we are going to be completely re-simulating World War II, however it's in WorldBox. So since it's in WorldBox, you know it's going to be 100% accurate. I am using this super realistic map for World War II. It has all of the countries present from the time, including not only their leaders. Ooh, you know, YouTube doesn't really like when you show that guy. Here, let me just change his name real quick. There we go, it's a lot better, right? That's the guy I was talking about the whole time, right? And this map even literally has the names of every single province in Europe too. So this fight is going to be interesting. But if you look at it, if you do some basic math here, this doesn't look like it's going to be much of a fight. Germany and Italy's population combined is less than France. So how exactly is this supposed to be a fair fight at all? Well, it's because of mods. I have installed the WorldBox mod here, which lets you spawn down a wide array of relatively accurate weapons for the time, and I have put a sizable amount in Germany along with a lot of factories to produce, while just like in real life, I have equipped the allies with significantly less equipment. But now that everything is prepared, we have nothing to do except for getting right into it, and we are going to do this as realistically as possible. So first we have Germany here, and they are going to declare war on Austria and Czechoslovakia. And as we can see here, their wide array of troops are already decimating these countries, and just like that, it is over. Now that those small pickings are out of the way, Germany has grown even larger, and we're pretty much ready to start the real war here in a second. So some time has passed and Germany has taken advantage of the new land, building more factories, even some bunkers too. Their army is in tip-top shape here. And well, if you know anything about history, we all know who their next target's going to be. But just like in real life too, there are alliances. We have the Axis composed of Germany, Italy, Hungary, and Romania, and they will immediately go to war against the United Nations, and I'm not calling them the Allies because they were actually called the United Nations, but now they call them the Allies for some reason, even though they were called the United Nations, and I'm tired of people saying it. Sorry, I just got really mad about that for no reason. And they have France, Britain, Poland, Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Netherlands. And I know those three countries joined later, but whatever. And the population difference between the two alliances is staunch. But remember that the Axis has much better equipment. So with that, the Germany goes to war with the Second Polish Republic, along with the Free City of Danzig. At the same time, we'll make the USSR go to war with Finland, along with the Baltic states. Oh yeah, the Spanish Civil War is going on too. Yeah, who cares about that? Let's get this war started right now. And as we can see, land is being obliterated. These tanks have already gone into full action. I guess this is where the path is going to diverge from real life heavily, as in real life they would have gone for Poland first, but now Germany's going to be fighting on all sides at once. Oh yeah, not to mention that this map also includes North Africa too, so we're going to have to do a whole campaign down here too. However, somehow Italy actually seems to be holding down the fort for now. If I was Germany, my strat would be to secure up here first and then head down and deal with Africa later. The Axis is rolling now, no doubt to their improved factories, some of which have been destroyed. And they are literally going for a Blitzkrieg tactic here. They're sending their tanks through Belgium to try to flank around the Maginot Line. But yeah, France and their crappy one tank here isn't doing too much. Britain at the moment's no help either, as they're just stuck on their land. However, they have built up a couple of factories. And as we look at this war from a more zoomed out view, yes, I'm totally aware that using this map cuts out several key countries. But if we used a world map to try to recreate World War II, small countries like Germany, who was a main contributor to the war, would literally be like 4 pixels on the map. And as for countries like Russia, let's be real, 95% of the population lives right here anyway, so it's not a big deal there. Once again, if you guys wanted realism, you probably should have clicked on a different video, but you're already here now. Germany is pushing into France. It's actually interesting to me how they're actually doing a semi-realistic strat here, and shocking absolutely nobody, looks like France might surrender here. But I do have some more contenders to throw into the ring, as Germany is going to declare war on Denmark and Norway, just like they did in real life after the war began, with the goal of hopefully taking over these weak countries to use their resources to build their war machine up even more. Oh yeah, and of course Switzerland's just chilling here the whole time. They're not going to do anything at all. Germany has completely destroyed Poland at this time though. I just realized that. Oh no, never mind. Poland's been relegated to, is that Moldova right here? You kidding me? But it looks like, as we see here, Italy is finally about to be pushed out of Africa, and France is crumbling. You know, this has been surprisingly realistic so far, other than obviously Polish Romania over here. That's not very realistic. And I also just realized that these countries have their own realistic mottos too. Germany's is one country, one empire, one leader. The USSR's is proletariat of all countries unite, and Italy's is just fascism. Is that the real motto, or is that just all this guy's gonna put? No, it was something else. It was something pretty normal. The mod maker just decided to sum it up in one big word. And while surprisingly, unlike in real life, the USSR has actually managed to defeat Finland, which makes them even stronger, and they're gonna be tough to take down once Germany eventually invades them. Oh, great. Instead of just using boats to get to Norway, the Germans are going to walk through the entire USSR around to the top. Once again, like I said at the start, 100% realism. And the Spanish Civil War has ended, if anyone even cares. And Germany is rushing and pretty effectively about to take down Norway. However, I guess Denmark did escape to Iceland. Oh, of course, Germany couldn't take boats to Norway, but they could take boats all the way up to Greenland and take that. I also like how you can visibly see like destruction and different bombing points throughout the map. I think that's really cool just to show the scars of the war. And there are a lot of scars right here, most of them being in Sweden, despite Sweden literally not being involved in any war right now. But for some reason, that's the main battleground here. And one thing I'm just noticing here is that Romania is falling to a British invasion that's once again just waltzing through Russia. And now parts of Germany are actually being exposed. But it's definitely a good time to look at our war stats here. Romania has officially been destroyed, but on the Allied side, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, and Poland have already been destroyed. In total, 2.2 thousand have already died. Only 500 on the Axis side and 1.7 thousand on the Ally side. So like I said, even though they have a huge population advantage, they don't have the equipment advantage, which is going to be their downfall. But 2.2 thousand deaths is a lot, don't get me wrong. But there's 15,000 people in the world, which means not only is my game like really laggy, but there could be a lot more deaths. So we're going to head into world loss here and turn on angry villagers just to up the ante even more. And you know what? We can make this even worse. Let's go into Germany's culture. Let's go ahead and make them super racist. Now, to be fair, they kind of already did that, but we're just making it worse. Okay, wait. Apparently, Russia's still at war with someone. Wait, hold up. Oh my god. Finland still exists right here. And Russia's been putting their entire army and they can't destroy this little dot of land. And Norway is just about destroyed, along with Germany actually growing in population strength, along with their army strength too. Germany has built up quite the war machine here, and they are really powerful. And with Norway finally destroyed here, I think it's time for a big event. They may still not have a population advantage, but if I know one thing about Germany from World War II, it's that they made really dumb decisions. So with that, we are going to have them declare war on the USSR, starting Operation Barbarossa. The USSR is 8,000 people. They are going up against half the world right here. But as we move through the lively USSR, we can see that they don't have any mechanization whatsoever. All they have is people, and a lot of them too. Actually, they have so many people, they might genuinely have more people than Germany has bullets. And of course, I mean, Italy's here too. Let's not forget about them. And yep, as the Germans push up, I can't even see their troops. The USSR population begins plummeting. Jesus Christ, look at how many tanks Germany's built up. Can the USSR people simply stop these? I think these tanks are pretty good. I mean, let's look at interesting people to see who has the most kills. Tank 518. Does that mean there's 518, or are they just randomly numbered? Either way, the tank still has 91 confirmed kills. It has no diplomacy, warfare, stewardship, or I guess it is a tank after all. I probably should have realized that. And the USSR has already lost well over 1,000 people. But let's not forget the other players involved here, as France is still alive here in Africa, with honestly probably way too many people considering they're in the Sahara Desert. And the British Empire is existing too. And look at the villages just being torn away as Germany slowly advances into Russia. And oh yeah, since Denmark's destroyed now, I gave Iceland independence, but I forgot they were multiple villages. So we have West Iceland, East Iceland, and this little island down here, which is kind of south of Iceland. So I just named them Meltland because it's probably warmer over there. Italy is currently at war with Albania. If they can take that, I'll put them at war with Greece. And I'm not going to do anything with Yugoslavia at the moment while we're waiting to see how Barbarossa finishes out. And while Germany is valiantly pushing into the USSR, kind of just like in real life, Italy and Hungary are kind of doing sweet FA right now. Well, while we wait for this USSR to finish out, I'm going to go ahead and put Germany at war with Yugoslavia and Greece, because Italy took Albania and then they just lost it. It's just gone. Albania is just gone. And oh yeah, I forgot about Bulgaria. Yeah, sure, why not? Throw them in there too. Surely Italy can help handle these guys, right? Oh, Wow, yeah, they actually can. Oh, well, I guess not in a very efficient way. I forgot angry villagers' zone. Yugoslavia has just been decimated. The entire country is gone. And Germany's advances into the USSR are growing even larger, now taking out about half the total population. And I mean, just look at this space where there's been nothing but pure destruction between Germany and the USSR. But now, for once, their numbers are starting to run thin and they're not growing back up. And the Balkans have finally been dealt with. And this war is going to be closer than I thought, as Germany's down to just 600 people, Italy's even lower, but Russia's around 1600 as well. But if you still factor in Britain and France, it's gonna be close. And holy crap, over here, Britain just got invaded by about 100 tanks. They're literally destroying the entire Isles. All of Great Britain, even Ireland's taking the blow too. The entire thing is just gone. It's been stripped of all of its land, all of its color. There's no more grass at all. And yep, there goes all of Britain. But I guess they still technically have Africa down here, which they can use. Well, I guess Ireland can finally control all of the island now, so that's a bonus, right? This was all worth it for that. World population, that was around 16,000, I believe, when we turned on angry villagers, is now well below 4,000. Russia's on its last breath, though, but Germany isn't much better with just a couple hundred troops. Italy is even lower with just 50 people left. I mean, you guys know it's bad when the Vatican City is starting to take land on you. With just a handful of troops on all sides, Britain on the brink of collapse, France on the brink of collapse, and Germany and Italy are sending over a joint army which will probably completely destroy the rest of France. And yet they're absolutely tearing through it, and there it goes. France is gone. You know what, honestly, that's probably a win. Once again, that's a W. What a W. And holy crap, you guys see this? Literally, look at this over here. The Third Reich crumbles. Its banner's now borne by many. The entire thing just collapsed. It split up all into its independent states. What the hell happened? I didn't even know that could happen. The USSR still has a couple hundred people, and technically Germany is still in this war. But somehow this is going to be up to Italy, who just has 67 people left. They're going to have to carry the weight of this and win the war, because now Germany has just been split up into this. I guess the question will be, do they have enough? Looking here, the Axis has 250 left, while the United Nations just has 190. And holy crap, Italy's army is actually doing something. And the British Empire has fallen. And Italy is pushing up into the USSR. For once in their life, Italy has actually done something meaningful. And they're about to take down the USSR as they're pushing all of their troops in. Even navally invading up in the north, taking it down as they push into the very last village. And they begin taking it. And right before the war ends, with just 2 people left in the USSR, we're gonna check the final stats. Over 11,000 total people died, which is insane considering only 220 total are left alive. The Axis are the attackers. They only lost Romania. Everyone else is technically still alive, while the defenders was the Allies, who lost 9.4 thousand out of the 11,000 total. And it's down to just the USSR and the British Empire. What? Huh? Where are you guys at? Capital, question mark. They don't even have a city. How are you guys still alive? Okay, whatever. But with that said, somehow Italy does something, and World War II has ended. Somehow, the Axis, despite quite literally breaking into 100 different pieces, win. But now the world looks like this. Yeah, most of the land is damaged beyond repair, and we lost literally about 90% of world population. But like the wise philosopher Socrates once said, it is what it is. And if you made it this far in the video, clearly I did something to entertain you, so I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. And if you have any other video ideas, just let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Farewell.